been here this year, and I think last year I might have just been in second grade, so. But it's nice to be with you. So we're gonna actually do some things. We're gonna talk about earthquakes, and he's gonna film it. What do you think about that? And then you just might be on Channel 17. That's our local channel for Rancho Mirage. Have you ever watched Channel 17? Well, you better start, because you might just see yourself, okay? It's a local channel, and it teaches us all kinds of stuff.
What time will it be?
We don't know that. But if I find out, I'll let your teacher know. How's that? Would you like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, should we get started? Oh, you've already started.
I just let it
Camera's
roll.
rolling. Okay. Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Stein, and I'm a commissioner for the city of Rancho Mirage. We do all kinds of things for emergencies. What kind of emergencies might we have in the desert?
Fires.
Fires? Yeah, lots of fires around, aren't there? Fortunately, we don't have a real high risk.
Earthquake.
Earthquakes? That's a big one.
Yeah.
Rainstorms and thunderstorms.
Storms and thunder. We could flood. You know why we could flood? Because the desert has a lot of sand, and sand doesn't absorb water. So when we have a lot of water, has no place to go. But today we're going to talk about earthquakes. That's our biggest risk. Why do you suppose that's our biggest risk? More than floods and fires. Why earthquakes? Yes.
Because it's more common.
Well, not more common, but there's something special about our living in the desert. What is that?
Because there's atomic plates near us.
Well, that's very close. Not atomic plates, but that's good. Yes.
The fault line. We're on the fault
We are
line.
on the fault line. What's the name of that fault line?
The Ring of Fire.
Well, that's something else, but yeah, we are on the Ring of Fire.
The San Andreas.
Thank you, the San Andreas Fault. We sit right on top of the San Andreas Fault. It runs right under us, and we're overdue for a major earthquake. A little scary, huh? But you know what? If you know what to do, and Rocket's going to help you figure that out, you'll be fine. You want to know you'll be fine? Mexico. How many of you have family in Mexico? Well, then you may know that when they had their earthquake, a lot of people got hurt, some people died. Do you know why? They don't have the same standards we have in California. We have really good standards, so the buildings are going to be great. In Mexico, the buildings aren't very safe, so they tell them to run outside. Otherwise, the building could fall down on them. Are we going to run outside? No, because our buildings are built really well. And we're going to talk about that with this guy. And his name is Rocket. Have you guys met Rocket?
Yeah, we met him in second grade.
You met him in third grade?
Second grade.
Second grade. Then you must know. How many of you think you're already safety experts? Really? Well, let me find out. Okay, so what are we going to do when we have a major event right here, right now? What are we going to do?
We go under our desk.
And
We duck and cover.
duck and cover, hold on to our heads. How many think that's what we do? Hold on to our heads. Oh, you're not such good safety experts after all. You got to hold on to the desk. You know why? If you hold on to the head, you're under there, holding on to your head. Guess where the desk is? Over there. And what's over you? Nothing. So Rocket says, hold on to your head like this and hold on to the table with one hand. I actually think you might be better off holding on with two hands, because it's going to be a big one, kind of like a roller coaster. Ooh, if you're not holding on, you could get hurt. And the table will definitely not be on top of you. It'll be somewhere else. Okay, so that was a good, and under the table, hold on to the table. If you can, you hold on to your head with one hand. We're not talking about head, we're talking about actually our necks. But if it's a big one, you might want to hold on really tight with two hands. That's good. And you were right about the plates. What are they called? Anybody remember? Tectonic plates. So here they are. This is how the Earth looks, and the crust is like an eggshell, and it cracks and breaks during a big earthquake. We're about 160 years overdue for a major earthquake on the San Andreas Fault. The last one was in San Francisco long before even I was born, 1906. Long time ago, huh? So the predictions are, we can't actually predict when an earthquake's going to happen, but we do know it's going to happen on the lower part of the San Andreas, which is here. Probably at the Salton Sea. So that means we're going to get hit. But you know what? It'll actually be almost worse in Los Angeles because it radiates out. And so they'll be involved as well. And so will San Diego, Orange County. We'll all be affected by this earthquake. But the more we know, the safer we're going to be. So the next thing, which you probably already know about, is making sure that you're safe at home? What have you guys done at home to prepare for this event? Someone that hasn't spoken. Anybody that hasn't had a turn yet? Oh, you've all had a turn? No. Someone that hasn't had a turn. Yes.
So I get under, somewhere where, not a lot, where some things cannot walk,
Right, so the building's gonna be fine, but there are
Yeah.
things inside that can hurt you?
Yeah, outside things that can harm you,
Like what?
like trophies, things.
Things in your house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good answer. Okay, yeah, there are things inside your house that could hurt you. So you want to make sure that what we've done is we've attached things like the TV so it won't go flying across the room. And if there's something on top of a dresser that could fall and break, that would be something you'd want to move, right? Like this big old glass pig. You don't want that sitting up there because it could fall and hurt you, right? So you want to make sure it's either fastened down with museum tape, something like that, Velcro, or put it down low where it can't hurt you. If your bed is next to a window, it's a good idea to move it away from the window. You can't always do that. What happens if it happens at night? What are you going to do when you're in bed? Sound asleep. What are you going to do?
No, wake up. You're probably not gonna
Oh, yeah, I think you're going to wake up for sure. This is going to be a big jolt. Unfortunately, you will wake up. What do you think you're going to
I would
do?
move to the farther side of my bed away from the window.
Well, that's a good one, but you want to lie on your stomach. Yes.
You want to lie on your stomach, cover yourself with the blanket, or put a pillow over your.
Excellent. You're a good listener. I can tell. You paid attention in second grade. Good for you. Yeah. Put a pillow over your head, lie on your stomach to protect all your internal organs. So you want to lie on your tummy, pillow over your head, pull the blankets over, and stay in bed till the shaking stops. And then what? The shaking is going to be a long time, like 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds. Then what are you going to do?
Go wake up my parents.
Well, I think your parents are going to be wide awake. Here's something you need to tell your parents. I know because I'm a mom. I'm also a grandma. The first thing I want to do is run to your bedroom and make sure you're okay, right? Isn't that what moms want to do, or grandmas? Not a good idea. You need to tell your parents, Mom, Dad, stay in bed till the shaking stops. Don't come. I'll be okay. So they need to stay in bed because I know what they want to do. They want to come get you. And look what I have for every one of you. A whistle. I'm going to wait till the end of the day and you can pass them out. We don't need these in school, right? Why did I bring a whistle? Why did I bring you all whistles? What do you think?
So, you can get their attention that you're okay.
Absolutely. Or if something's fallen on you, or there's a lot of noise after this earthquake. Things will still, the earthquake's kind of finished, but the buildings don't know that. They're still going to be rocking and rolling. Things may be making noises. Things are still falling. And if you yell, you can't hear a voice. Do you notice on the playground when a teacher wants your attention, what does she do? Blows a whistle, because you can hear a whistle, but you can't hear your voice very well when there's lots of noise. So we're all going to have a whistle, and you can put that in your backpack next to your bed. Has anybody made up a backpack yet and put it next to their bed? Anybody? Oh, have you? Well, that's important. Let's talk about that. So what should go inside that backpack? It's next to your bed. What's the most important thing?
A med kit.
A first aid kit? Well, that would be all right, but something really important would be shoes. You guys need to have shoes next to your bed because there'll be broken glass. The building's going to be fine, but things inside, maybe not. Broken glass, windows probably going to break. If you get out of bed without your shoes on, the worst thing you could do is get a big old cut. Have you ever had glass in your foot? Anybody have glass in their foot? Oh, it's so painful. And there won't be a doctor to help you because the hospitals are going to be full of people. So you want to make sure you don't get glass in your foot, right? So having shoes next to your bed, in that backpack, under your bed, that they'll be there for you when you get out of bed. Probably a flashlight, because it'll be dark, right? No electricity. Make sure you have a flashlight. What else might you want to put in that backpack? Yes?
Large amounts of water.
Some water, yes. Good idea. Have some water. Yes, anything
Food?
else? What?
Food?
See, you might have some snack bars. That would be okay. You may not be able to get to the kitchen right away, right? And you might be hungry. So those are all things that are important. Now, what are we going to do if we're outside? Out in the playground, no tables get under. What are you going to do? Someone that hasn't spoken? Anybody that hasn't spoken yet? Yes.
You would go to a place where, there's nothing around you.
Good, with nothing running, especially overhead wires, a tree, telephone pole,
Like
you don't want to
on
be
the
next to those
blacktop.
things. Out in the middle of the blacktop, and then what do you do when you get there? Just stand there? No. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Oh, I was doing something for something else.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna roll up in a little tiny ball, as little as you can get. Just make yourself really small and put your hands and neck over your ears and your neck like this. Roll up in a ball, cover your neck with your arms and your ears, and close your eyes and keep your face kind of covered too. But you want to make yourself as small as you can, right? A small object. How many think they could do that? What if you're on the highway, driving along, and all of a sudden, this is it? What are you gonna do? Anyone that hasn't spoken yet? Yes.
You're gonna pull over, to a strong structure or onto a hill, and then get into a ball.
Actually, just stay in your car.
Yeah.
Leave the seatbelt on, stay in your car. You won't have time to go very far. Putting your brake on, pulling over to the side might be okay, but no one else is going anywhere either. So stay in your car, put your brake on, and stay there till the shaking stops. That's actually a pretty good place to be, is inside a car. You know those big old wheels?
Mm-hmm.
They might bounce a little bit, but they're pretty good protection being inside that car, and that'll give you a chance to be safe because it's made of, a lot of it's made of steel, especially on the top. Yes?
Can you usually feel like an earthquake on a car?
You know what? A little one, no. No, you're right. But this one, yes. The one we're talking about, yes, you will. So that's really important. Yes.
Should you put your windows down?
No, you know, the glass in the car today, the way the way cars are made, is the glass won't shatter. Has little pieces. I suppose it might be, no one's ever asked me that. It might not be a bad idea, I don't know. But the glass in the car today, it's not going to be like shards. It's going to be little pebble things. So if it breaks, it's probably not going to hurt you. But that is a really good question. I'm going to have to ask my expert about that one. No one's ever asked me that before. Good question. Anyone else have a question? Yes.
Sometimes you could feel like when it's shaking, you could feel the vibration in the car.
Yes, definitely, especially when we're talking about a big one. This could be a 7.5, 8.0. Yeah, it's a bigger one than we've ever experienced, so it's different. We don't know exactly how it's going to feel. Fortunately, we haven't had to worry about it yet, right? Yes.
Has there anything, like really dangerous in the past, like a magnitude 12 or 13?
No, they don't get that big. The biggest one I think was that we know about in my lifetime was, I think it was almost a 9, and that was in Alaska. But we haven't had one in Southern California for a really long time.
Was it? Oh. I researched something.
You did? Oh, good. What did you find out?
65 million years ago, when the asteroid that literally killed the dinosaurs made a magnitude 13 earthquake.
You know, I've often wondered about that. What wiped out the dinosaurs? It could
An
have been a
asteroid.
magnitude 13. An asteroid.
No, an
Oh,
asteroid
it's
destroyed it, which caused the magnitude 13 earthquake.
Wow, is that fascinating? How many knew that? We got a good person for research around here. Well, I'm not going to take too much more of your time, but I'm going to leave every one of you a book, all of you, and something else I want to show you. What do you suppose this is for? Rocket doesn't talk about this, but it's pretty important. What's it for? Honking on the head? No. Anybody know where they have one of these in their house? Do you have one in your house?
Oh, I've seen it before.
What do you think it is?
I think it's like a wrench to fix things.
A wrench to turn off the gas. So this, I keep mine right next to where the gas is outside. Do you know where it is? And I'm not going to turn it off until I smell gas or hear something. Because one of the things that will happen during this earthquake is there might be some pipes that break. And you don't want gas to escape because that causes fires, right?
Yeah.
So having fire extinguishers in your house is really important. How many have a fire extinguisher in their house? You all should. That's really important. I bet there's one in here or right outside the door. Where's your fire? Right in there. Yes, every classroom has a fire extinguisher. But this is really important to have at home, and you need to have it not in your drawer, not in the kitchen, but next to where your gas main is, where you can actually turn it off. Right there. Very simple. You can You can turn it off with this. So this is important. If you don't have one, tell your parents. You can get them at Home Depot or any of the stores around here, and it can be used to turn off the gas. And again, you're not going to turn it off for sure, just if there's a problem with your gas or a neighbor's gas. If your neighbor's not home, you might want to go over there and check and see if you smell any gas over there. Boys and girls, I do have to go. I know I've taken a lot of your time. Is that an important question?
Mrs. Stein, is it possible for us to film them getting under their desks so we can have a visual
Sure.
representation?
Absolutely.
Do we know how to do that?
You guys
Okay,
now
so like-
you know what to do.
Like when I say earthquake, everybody gets under their desks and holds on to the desk. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, you want to try it that way? You want to see? Okay, everybody pretend like you're writing and you're doing your, oh man, they're so busy and blah, blah, blah. Okay, and earthquake!
Wow. Wow. Very good. One thing I didn't mention, boys and girls. Ooh, good. Some of you know it already. Make sure your head is away from the glass. So you have you have windows over here. So you want your bottoms facing the window, not your head. So you want to turn around. Turn around. So your head is not facing the window. Good. Anybody else? Great. So you want your bottom facing the window and your head facing the other direction. Excellent. Very, very good. Thank you for that. And you're covering your neck with your hands. Let me see. Oh, cover your neck. And what are you holding on to? The table. At least with one hand, maybe even two. You may have to use two, but for sure one, right? Good job. Thank you very much, boys and girls. I'm going to give you a big hand for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
So long.
can everybody get out and stand up? And then look over here. And then when I say 1, 2, 3, you say, let's be safe. All right, ready? 1, 2.
Let's be safe.
How about a big round of applause?
Yes.
Can we use them at recess?
And you will take them home. You will not keep them.
It's not in your backpack. They need to be home next to your bed.